amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Suk Doctors, Sword Masters, and the mystical Bene Gesserit Sisterhood. But it was the Navigators and their monopoly on space travel that set the conditions for the Imperium. But I am telling you of the universe you already know. Let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakeen. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins. Because of the war, the Sardaukar were deployed to ensure spice shipments continued without interruption. Because of the Sardaukar, the Fremen were eradicated. There was no Muad'Dib, no Lisan al-Gaib, no Kwisatz Haderach. I see a universe where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. All my visions lead to horror, except this one. This one leads to you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope wherever you are on this big blue planet of ours, you are having a fantastic time. As always, I'm Neo, and I welcome you, my beautiful friends, to a new episode of our ongoing playthrough of Dune Awakening. I know this is a rather unusual time for me to be live or come online, but apparently my brain needed a really sleep, so I slept, woke up, and then fall asleep again. And woke up, and it took me a while to get my bearings and come online. Where did I put the... Oh, interesting. I can't find the... Where is it? My borderless gaming. Oh, hello there. You should have a full water by now. Let me see. I hope my VPN layout would remain stable. What is... what resolution are we playing at? Display. Why this resolution? Okay, let's start the borderless gaming, which I thought I have pinned to the taskbar. Okay, the game is in the center. Frame rate is very stable. Why do I have those in my... What's this? Who set party invite? Accept. Why can't I add them? Something isn't wrong. You cannot this. Why not? I have spit. Oh. These are power harnesses. Backpack. Why are they here? This is the graphic sub nose get damage. Yeah, I wanted to learn that. Butter is max. Yummy. I don't think... No spice to refine. But I think we have a lot of plastinium to refine. Yep. There goes 1.4 million milliliter of water. So I guess... Okay, let's... I think I need one. This thing has nothing. Right? I want to learn 6. That thing needs a battery. Lots of them, actually. Come on. Why this is getting out? Look, everything I press brings out the... Huh. Is this a bug? I have a triple shot grade 5 and I posted to be sold, but I think the timer ran out on it. Actually, I haven't built one. See, to be honest, I'm having a little bit of a problem with range weapons. as always, solo range doesn't actually work for me because I'm so dependent on melee and shield. I get obliterated when I'm using ranged, and to be honest, it's impossible to use solo running testing stations with a ranged weapon because you're literally one-shot kill. But in a team, enemies get distracted by your teammate, so you can have a few shots in. Guys, I know some of you are lurking, but it would be nice to say hi to me so I would know the chat is working. I would appreciate it. Say anything. Just type dots. I just want to see if your messages are coming through, because I applied some new stuff to my configuration, so I need to test it to see if it's actually working. Which means I need to see some of you type. My beautiful friend Ben, thank you. How are you? Yes, at long last, I have returned to beautiful deep desert. My home. I ain't gonna lie, I miss this place more than I thought I would. There is a zen feeling to this place. It's odd, but it's there. It feels so calm and peaceful. Now that's fine. A lot of our friends, they are mostly at work, so they just watch and they're quiet because, you know, they're working at the same time. I don't mind, but I've been having a lot of problems with the chat because, you know, I dual stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and I use a specific Restream tool to see the both platforms' chats, and it has been acting up recently, and after a long time trials and errors, even getting the Restream support team involved, I think I finally managed to crack it, and it's working. Which is kind of funny. A tiny chat program was causing OBS to crash. There goes 0 kilobyte per second, which was causing this stream to get cut in half. Let me see if I can help these guys, because apparently they're new. Well, it kills if you don't know what you're doing. Thankfully, I know what I'm doing. Let's go to the Arrakis first. I think I might have one here. I would not do them any favor if I give them a grade 5 or any great weapons, because they are new and they don't have the patterns or even the ability to craft them, I think. So let me see if their level matches. I am not sure they are even level 200. See, 180. Very nice. We can help them kickstart their end game with some decent weapons. I think I can actually give them a crafted level 5 weapons. I have this stuff like Seath. Level 5 is pretty decent. One shot any NPC. They will figure it out eventually, but honestly, I've been absent for 6 months and they have changed the game drastically. Not the core, but new locations. And they are extremely unbalanced. Like, I have no idea what was the logic behind them. At level 17 to 20, these testing stations and overland locations become incredibly difficult to beat. Because regardless of your armor, your weapon, whatever you have, let's say you have the best armor in the game, the best weapon in the game, it makes no difference if you are naked or inside the best armor in the game. You are gonna get one-shotted by a normal NPC, not even the boss, which makes no sense at all. And where is the rest of the chat? Okay, getting a range weapon before we start on dungeons. Much. How much for one? Okay. It's kind of crazy, you know. And the funny thing is, I was in a team of 3. We were a trio, and it got even more difficult. I thought having a team would make it easier. Did we make cells? Oh baby, the triple shot is gone. Very nice, very sexy. 77 million in the bank. We are about to hit 500 million. 21 million for detoxifying. Very nice. Radiation 22. Sweet. Doom Watcher 18 million. Yep, baby. There's our 500 million. Finally, we are getting somewhere. Tactical enhancer. Very good, very good. This is good. We sold some patterns. And 10. That's gonna be 670,000. Sweet. Very nice. That was perfect. Let me see if I have a lower grade.
Welcome. Would you like to depart?
Triple shot. Triple. Teeth level 4. Okay. This reaches triple shot. Level 4. Plasma cannon. Indara's lullaby. Experimental. And Idaho's charge. This is Forge Gauntlet. Forge chess piece. I don't even have that. I was meant to learn that, not to sell that. But I took everything I had and brought it to the market to know what to sell. X. Imperial. Sardaukar. Thief level 3. Level 3. Solution. Level 4. Power harness, we have 2. Idaho charge. Indara. Solution. Idaho, that was for me. Forge chest piece. Forge helmet. Solution. Triple shot, grade 4. Yeah. Experimental level 4. This is Idaho level 5, which I needed because I don't know where I put my Idaho level 5. It just disappeared. No, it was level 4. It disappeared from my inventory. Honestly, I have no idea where it went. This is power harness level 5. We can sell that for a pretty penny. Well, no. I think... Do we have anything left in the base? No one is buying Bisimpius Placinian. Oops. Why can't I select it? Spice infused plast. 240. Sell. Can I select this? Splitting. Sell. Did they go to the bottom? Of course they did. $44.99. That's my mark. 3 days. And also, I want to sell this for $227.99. Oops. Stupid bug. 227,099. Decent. Sell. And Doom Watcher sell 48 37,077,099. We want to sell them. 1407. Come on, what is this weird bug? 14,077,099. That's a decent price. Idaho's charge 11,077,099. That's a decent price. See, the fee is low. That means I'm selling lower than the market value. Hey, John. I made a decent amount of money. We hit $500 million, finally. Idaho's Charge, Indara's Lullaby. What are my active orders? I think I have a Lullaby already listed. Yeah, no one is buying that. Regis Triple Shot, great. 4. 29. Sell. Okay, we will not sell that. Jabal Spit Dart Range. I will sell that for... What the hell? 14077099. What the hell is this weird bug? John, you said there is a way to see the grades. I didn't actually see that. Monday. What else? Solution Vengeance, level 5. I'm gonna sell that for 39077099. Oh, god damn it. 41077099. Sell. Thief, Solution Vengeance. Regis Triple Shot. I have 12? Okay. The Forged Chess Piece. Sell. 19077099. Forged Glove, I don't know about that. Disruptive Coating. 11077099. Blade Optimizer. Sell. 90777099. Idaho's Charge. Plasma Cannon. Anyone is selling it? Plasma. No one has a level 5. There is a level 5. Is it that bad that they're selling it for 10 million? Huh. And it's listed for 2 weeks. Really? I've never used Plasma Cannon. Is it a bad weapon? Or something? I don't know. I'm not gonna sell it for that price, that's for sure. Power Harness. Power Harness level 4, level 5. Sell. 3300 77099. Research. Power. I have Power Harness. Do you know how can I see how many of these I have? I mean, I have 11 here, but most of them are grade 0. I don't know how many grade 5 I have. How can I know? Show stats, change grade level. 2, 0, 2. I have 2 grade 5. Ah, nice. Is this new? I have 7 grade 0, 2 grade 3, 0 grade 4, and 2 grade 5. Forge. I have a grade 5 helmet, 1. 1 grade 5 pant, grade 5. I have a grade 2 chest, grade 4 chest. Forge chest level 4. I will learn that. Okay. Idaho. Idaho. I have level grade 5. 1 grade 5. Okay, I will sell one. Anything else? This is Jabal Tactical. Jabal Spit Dart. I don't know. I am not a headshotter, so grip adjuster, stamina drain. Dart for every man. Indara. The Lucerne. Power harness. Let's set our power harness and forge. Idaho's charge. Idaho. Grade 5 for 35 million? Really? Okay. 35077099. Sell. I have 2 level 5. Power harness. How much are these? Power harness. 190 mil. 174. Sell. Power harness. Sell. 99077099. There is a high chance that the guys who are selling them for 170 million buy mine and relist it for a higher price. So you just triple shot. Start the car. Start. 30 million. 20 million. 15 million. 15 million. Damn. The pricing is crazy. It's gonna go lower. 10 million is kind of a stupid move. I'm not gonna sell it for that low of a price. Forge glove. Forge helmet. Let's see. Forge. Forge helmet. 42 million. Forge glove. No one's selling glove. Okay. Level 4 is 22 million. Forge. Helmet was 42 million, right? We are selling it for 39 million. And can we sell the glove too? I think we are running out of slots. How much was it? The glove was 22 million. Sell it for 21 million. I think we can't sell anymore. Good. Okay. Good.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit?
I'd like to deposit some stuff. Triple shot level 4. Hey, I need that seed. I want to give it to them. All right.
Wow.
Hello.
How long you been playing, bro?
Since the release day?
Server?
Sorry?
Playing since release on this server?
No, not in the server. I bounce between EU and US.
Okay, okay.
Depends on the ping time, you know. How about you?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing this game?
I've had it since release, but I took a big break, you know? Lost everything, came back.
Same. I lost a base that I played for 1,300 hours and everything with it.
Lord.
Yeah, 435,000 items. Funcom compensated 6% of it.
Shit.
The only
That welcome back package or whatever?
No, that was separate. A compensation for the base lost during the migration. They only gave 6% back. I lost 140,000 spice melange. They gave back 11,000. The only good thing they gave me was 1,000 breaches thingy, the component you use to craft graded weapons, armors.
I'm not even there yet. I'm only like level 65 or something.
Yeah, apparently the Regis thingy that you need to craft the graded stuff, you can only buy it from the Landrat shop, and you can only buy 25 per week. So Funcom giving 1,000 seems like a very sweet deal.
That seems pretty good. And the freaking prices on everything is crazy. $1 million for everything. I don't know what the hell's going on with this auction house.
Because they are really hard to get. The testing stations, if you go and hit level 17, 18, 19, they are really hard. And soloing them is challenging. So people are selling them for high prices. Also, everything that you see above 50 million, there are people who have duplicated Solaris. Because listing something for
okay, they're hacking.
I mean, if you list something for 100 million Solaris, you have to pay like 20 to 40 million Solari as a fee. Who has that much money?
Not fucking me, I'll tell you that, Neo.
Yeah. Do you need
Play the
anything?
market,
I like-
boys.
What'd you say?
I can give you a decent weapon if you like.
Play the market. It's not hard.
Not
Get
really.
lots of snacks.
I can give you a level 4 Seath. It's a single shot, very decent weapon for you to get started in testing stations. You can one-shot everything up to level 17. If you like.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just playing with my friend. She never played before, so I like going through the whole thing, you know?
Cool.
Find a, like, what did I find on the auction house for like 10k? What is this weapon? Hold on, tell me. Glutton's Drinker? You know, the dagger or whatever?
Yeah, Fate's
I found that for
Drinkers.
10k on auction. The Glutton. Glutton's Drinker.
Glutton. Decent.
It's like the one, it's like a little higher than the first one, the Caliph or whatever the hell it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent mid-level melee weapon.
It was a big upgrade for me because my melee weapon was doing like 10 damage and this one's doing 35 or whatever.
Let me give you a big piece of advice that I have, understood after 1,700 hours of gameplay. Play this game at your own pace. Do not rush. Do not try to get to the end as fast as possible. Do not do that. Take it slow and easy and breezy.
Enjoy the journey.
Yes,
Enjoy that journey.
Do not exit
I
Haga
did that
Basin.
with
Enjoy Haga
my
Basin
first
as
guild,
much as
like-
you can.
my first guild. We had like 20 people and we went to the deep desert and we were just getting fucking bombarded left and right by like everybody. just rolling up with rockets and just blasting us and shit. So everybody kind of like left because most people were like PvEers,
Yeah,
you
because
know.
everybody raced to DD.
I
A
did-
race,
I
but
did-
we just had so many people that everything was like getting done fast, you know.
That was the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Teaming up with large guilds forces you to get everything so fast that everyone rushes to the end to see what's there. And that kills the game for you. I didn't set foot in Deep Desert until I was like 300 hours into the game. Because Haga Basin was so large and massive to explore, and I missed so much of the PvP and the crying and screaming. And when I entered Deep Desert, a lot of those griefers were gone, which made me enjoy Deep Desert even more.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
played when there was no safe zone in the Deep Desert, so you just go out there and that was it. You know what I mean? There was no PvE area.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the server I originated at, I still have a character there. You had to rush off of the wall in order to get off the wall. You had to rush like through a gauntlet in order to
Yeah,
even
same,
get out.
same.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that. If you were Atreides, then other Atreides can attack you. Are you Harkonnen?
I
Other
agree.
Harkonnen. Like that's stupid. What's the point of being a faction in the Deep Desert when you can attack each other no matter what? But
Agreed.
whatever.
Hungam really botched the
The PvP,
PvP.
needs a purpose.
Yes.
It just needs a purpose, and right now, I mean, I have fun with it. I like getting into little scraps every now and then, but I mean, I need more. I need more out of my PvP. I
They
need,
definitely,
some reason
need
to
to
fight.
organize.
Reason.
They,
Yeah,
need-
a
they
reason
definitely
to
need
PvP.
organized PvP, which I thought Water Wars was going to be, but apparently Funcom had other ideas. That it's just it's a cosmetic package. Here you go, guys. No organized PvP.
Yeah.
Really
I don't even have an
awful.
ornithopter. All right, I just built the
Yeah.
buggy, so
Well, the problem is
First
Hungam
Okay,
Enjoy
so
that
organized
forced.
journey.
would be
Really
great.
do. Enjoy it.
Well, the
Yeah,
pro-
I mean, I've done
second
it all
that-
before.
I second that completely.
the
I had a sandcrawler. I had the carrier, all that before in my old guild. But me and my friend now we're just going through it. She never played before, so just
the problem is
In
that
awe.
She'll
Hungam
enjoy the journey of it.
forced
I think.
PvP. That was the problem. The PvP was their forced end game. They really was forcing players
Yeah.
PvP. But most people said no, thank you,
that was ass.
and they
See,
left.
I don't think it ever forced PvP. The only thing I thought that forced the PvP was the Swordmaster's Quest that took you into a PvP zone in Haga, and the
What's she talking about?
the main
To get
storyline
titanium,
quest
you need
that
to go
takes
to
you
Deep
into,
Desert.
that took you into PvP in a ship. Those were the only real quote unquote forced PvP.
No,
Unless
no.
people felt as though they were forced so
If-
they could get the quote unquote best gear.
Where do you get the titanium and stravitium? You have to go to the PvP zone to get them.
Yeah, in the deep desert.
But you
That's-
didn't need that unless you were PvP.
You have bought the game and you
didn't
want
need the
to
best
access
gear.
every single thing in the game. You see the schematic and you can't craft it because the item is located in the
Yeah,
PvP
you
section.
need the mats.
That is what I call
You only
force.
got those schematics. No, you only got those schematics though from the PvP zone.
No, tier 6 requires
Well, I
plastinium.
mean, well, the CHOAM, yeah, okay, fine. The CHOAM gear at tier 6, yes, in order to craft that, you did need to go into PvP. But you never needed that gear in order to progress in the game,
In
in
Haga.
PvE.
Yeah, in
Well-
Haga you don't need it,
Yeah.
but
You can't tell that to 1,000,000+ copy buyers that you don't need it, don't go there, don't buy it. Because everybody bought it.
I
what both
agree.
of you saying.
It
I
took-
understand what
No,
both
I
of you
no,
saying.
I agree with, there were a lot of players who felt forced to PvP because everybody in every game that ever existed, wants the quote unquote best gear. They want, they want the meta. They want, they want the best. I get it, but the best only worked at that time in PvP. I mean, it was only necessary in order to PvP. Anything in Haga, anything on the Aero, you didn't need the quote-unquote best gear. And even if you did get off the wall and did testing stations in the DD, you didn't need the best gear. Even to solo it, you can solo anything in the DD at Duratier.
To build like the carrier and all that, and the big spice refinery and all that shit, you need all those mats.
I still never, think that a solo who is, only PvE, they don't need a carrier. It's too much spice. They don't need the solo crawl. It's way too much spice for a solo. I've done it. I've been a solo, and I have like 4,600 hours over on Harmony.
No, I get it. I mean, to each their own. People want to do what they want to do.
You just don't need it. Do you want it? Sure. Everybody wants, the biggest thing, the most efficient thing, the end game gear, but it's not 100% necessary. So I
always
okay
thought they should have put like
a
tunnel system in the deep desert, so that you could be in like ground vehicles.
I would be okay if they had put some limited titanium and stravidium 1A row.
They did.
No, I know that they did eventually when they split the DD, but they could have kept the DD as it was and just scattered a limited amount, of T6 materials on the A row, and that would have solved the quote-unquote forced PvP problem for titanium and stravidium. They can get spice from Haga. That's that never was a gatekeeper. Spice was never the gatekeeper.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to see the large spice field? And the Shaya Halud? That's something everybody wanted to see, and that was in the PvP. Also, one more thing.
Yep.
There is an achievement.
And I did that.
There is an achievement on Steam called Sea of Sand, which means the moment you enter Deep Desert, you get that achievement. Only 30% of the players got that achievement. That means 70% of the player base of God knows 5-6 million copies sold never even entered the Deep Desert. So the Deep Desert was not the problem.
There was a high percentage who never crossed the gap in Haga.
Yep.
They never exited the entry zone. So I have a feeling that they bought the game, entered the game, had something happen, either had their base destroyed, didn't understand the game, got killed, didn't know what to do, and they gave up on the game.
Yes.
A lot of players never even crossed the gap in Haga.
I can back that up. There is another achievement called In Their Footsteps, which is you get from completing the initial quest in the Haga Basin, which is going through these trials of Akil and getting the Fremen technology, which requires you to build a still suit, a still tent, compactor, death still. You get these early game to mid game, and only 4.9% of the players ever achieve that, which means 95% of the players who bought this game never even crafted the Fremen style, because the lore, everybody loved the lore. They never even bothered to build them and test them.
I didn't have that until I started looking over achievements, because I never built the first what was it, the first Capri Sun bloodsucker. That's it. I never crafted the first one. I only crafted the advanced one because
for me it was the tent.
I can get
for me it was the tent.
And I crafted the still tent. It was, I think I also had the issue, I didn't craft the spice mask because I was like, why do I need this?
You don't need that. That's not part of the achievement.
Yeah, that was another. I guess that was another one. But it's like those achievements. Some of them are not. You don't need them in order to progress in the game.
No, that's not my point. My point is that it gives you a picture of how the player base reacted to the game.
How the player base plays the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I see what you're saying.
You can exactly pinpoint what the problem with the game was. Most people played in the Haga Basin, many bugs happened. Bases disappeared, items disappeared, chests disappeared, ornithopter disappeared. They got stuck, worm ate them, and they got pissed off and left. And now
Yeah,
Funcom is
I
trying their
agree with
best
you.
to get them back with the console release and Chapter 4, which fingers crossed they actually pull that off. I am still rooting for this game. I believe that
I am too.
Funcom has laid out the
I love
foundation.
this game.
They spent 1 year to fix the bugs, get the cheating and duplication in order, and now the game stands on a very solid foundation. They can implement whatever idea they had in the game for the year 2. I really am keen to see what is their roadmap for year 2 is, because they're gonna finish the book 1 in the chapter 4 and close the first book of the game that they are implementing in the alternative lore of this game. So I am very, very much eager to see what their roadmap is for 2027. And that's going to tell us everything we need to know if this game is going to go to the right direction or no, Funcom just did it, damage the game beyond repair.
Well, I also think with their business model, with them not charging, say, a monthly subscription fee, it's not a live services game, so they get all of their money up front. Regardless of if those players go to the deep desert, regardless of if they participate in the lore, Funcom has their money.
It's the truth, man.
And that's why they're focusing so hard on console to get that next influx of money. They're interested in new players. There's no real benefit to player retention as it stands right now until they start releasing expansions.
Well, the thing is, they don't charge anything because they are backed by a giant called Tencent. So Funcom doesn't care if they sell anything or not, because Tencent owns them, and Tencent
which is why they don't have any.
Yeah.
They have no interest in player retention.
Exactly.
They have interest in gaining new players.
Exactly.
And whenever they do launch expansions, I'm going to assume they're going to charge for them. And that's where retaining players or getting players to want to come back to the game really comes in, is when they launch an expansion, who comes back? Who pays the money to come back? Like, I know a lot of players in this game would pay for, for more building sets, more murals, more, more attractive outfits, customizations, more swatches. People would do that.
To be fair, Funcom has done a pretty decent job with those, especially the Water Shippers set. Looks really nice, and it's better
I love my
than...
coat.
It's really,
I love
really
my
nice.
coat.
They're really fleshed out and polished. I like that. And I don't mind them selling them as paid extra add-on to the game. That's a revenue I would support,
I
because
would
that
pay for
supports
that.
the dev team and their development along the road. I still think console release, which is gonna be on a Game Pass, so most people on console don't even have to pay to buy to play the game, might actually bring in
Xbox is paid for it.
influx of new players. The problem is that, which is also a blessing for us PC gamers, they are not planning on crossplay, so we are not gonna be able to play with the console players, which is kind of fair for us because we are kind of end game, and new players are gonna get obliterated by anyone in the deep desert.
Yeah.
But that crossplay also not being enabled, that's a massive community they are missing on. I don't know what's the idea behind that. Apparently they can't code it or get it to work, but that's one thing. They said that we are not going to work on crossplay and it's going to be disabled.
Yeah, well, I think with how trashed the economy is on PC, I think it actually gives players a fresh start. That's why I'm going to buy the PlayStation version, so that I can have, that fresh, that true fresh start, without a bugged economy, without, all of the duping issues. I mean, I'm sure someone's going to wind up, messing with, the console versions as well. But it's going to be interesting to at least have a fresh start and kind of play the game as it existed without, the duping problems that we have today.
That's a pretty nice idea, actually, because you are gonna play with everyone at the same playing level, with everything working, no bugs, no
everything,
cheaters.
Yeah, no issues, and without that learning curve or without that skill curve of the specializations of bringing a new player in today against players who have 3 specializations now maxed, and the other 2 coming up very quickly. My character over on Harmony is about to hit her 3rd 100, and then I've got one at like 80 and the other at like 68. I'm close to maxing specializations and finally being done with that freaking grind.
Damn, you have been grinding like crazy. 3 character at max level. Oh my god.
Oh, I've got well, Dell over on Harmony. Yeah,
can you imagine, guys?
Like
3 character max levels.
But I've got 2 other characters. So I got 3 on Harmony. I have 2 here, and I've got 2 over on another server.
No. Hello, Hagar. What's up, buddy? No, the crossplay
Most
is
of the
disabled.
alts, though, don't do the big grind, just because I can't mentally handle that. But I like playing through the Haga experience, the beginning experience. I love that. I love that about this game. I really do enjoy this game. Yeah, but it just when you hit the end game, it just feels like it drops off. It drops off a big cliff.
I never saw the game as end game. To be honest, I spent 300 hours in Haga Basin because I was having so much fun. There was no reason for me to leave it. The only reason I left was because I wanted to see what's this deep desert everybody's talking about. And I was isolated from the news. I was so into the game, I was not reading anything. I was not participating in the Discord, Reddit, or anything. I had a grand time, and when I entered Deep Desert, I learned that this game was a hot piece of trash before I entered Deep Desert. A lot of fight was happening, a lot of people left the game.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about the game. I thought this game has done great, and it's doing great still. And the moment I entered Deep Desert and entered the community, I saw this game is a train wreck inside a burning trash can.
I remember the D4 incident where people lost their bases because they changed up a control point, and suddenly these people who were built on this one island
became
suddenly
PvP.
were on a control point.
Yeah,
they were suddenly flagged PvP. I remember that. I remember the chest incident in the Deep Desert when they expanded the PvE section. You could loot a chest, just nothing but repeatedly. You could just keep going, hitting the chest, hit the chest, hit the chest, hit the chest. I have so much Spice Plastanium over on that server. It's gross how much I got out of that glitch of theirs. They fixed it within like 4 hours, but the damage was already done.
well, they have mostly cleared up all those
people
problems.
losing ornithopters.
I know.
Yeah,
Those
I'm
things
glad
are
that
mostly
they have.
fixed.
I'm glad that they have.
The only
I'm
thing that
very
remains,
glad.
that the only one that remains and is still gonna be in the game for a long time is the goddamn Solari duplication, which has destroyed the market. Look at the prices.
Yeah.
Everybody with
I
trillions
know.
of Solari lists everything for 150 million, 200 million, pay 40 million fee just for the hell of it, and destroy the market. If you list something for a lower price, they buy it and then sell it again with a higher markup.
Yeah, they flip it.
Yeah, that's destroying the game for people who doesn't have like a lot of Solaris.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
And it hurts new players, especially ones that don't know what to do. Like when I came over here, because I rolled a brand new character. I didn't transfer, and I came from nothing.
That's the way to go, Hagar.
And I knew what I needed to do in order to enter the market and get myself set on the market. I didn't have my guild give me any money or anything like that. Because I just don't believe in that. But
Funcom has done a lot of
I was
crazy
able to
things.
get myself.
I think they should
Yeah,
have reset
Funcom
it. Anyone above 500 million Solaris. They should have resetted their Solaris. What was the harm?
Well,
you would lose a few people.
Well, yeah, it would have impacted me because I was over $1 billion before the horrible duping incident. I was already over $1 billion there. You know, just trading legitimately. I came up from nothing, and I was selling the rapier that's at the vendor. I would do that a few times a day and sell that on the market, and that's how I made most of my money. I sold plant fiber. You know, I did that
they should have
in order
wiped
to get where I was.
anyone over $1 billion Solari. That would have fixed a lot of problems. Because right now there are players in this game who did not do the duping but got affected by that and now have more than 1 trillion Solaris. That is a game-breaking amount of
know.
Solaris. And I don't know why Funcom doesn't wipe them.
They did wipe some people's Solaris during the duping incident.
The
I know
dupers,
a player,
not the people who got benefit from the duping.
They did not dupe, but they used the market excessively to get to, I think they were at like 200 billion Solari. They had all of it wiped. All of it. They weren't wiped to zero, but I think they were taken down to like 500 million or something like that. But I know a player who just used the exchange.
I am one of them.
And exploited it. Oh, trust me, I have over on Harmony. I have like 78 billion now. It's awful how much I have.
Mine.
Money means
I had 600
nothing.
million normal achieve Solari. Funcom wiped it to 100 million. I mean, reduced it because I was 6 months away from the game. And I had more than 600 million Solaris, which was normal for a player who has played 1,300 hours.
Yes.
But Funcom wiped it, and I only had 100 million Solaris when I came back. Now I'm sitting at 500 mil already.
I would be pissed.
No,
I would
I'm
be
not.
pissed.
I'm not. I'm okay because it's not the end of, it's not game breaking for me. You can achieve whatever you want to buy from market, even without Solaris.
Yeah.
I know how to get them. I know where to get them. So it's not a big deal. And in the 30 days that I've been playing, I'm already sitting on $500 million. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm sitting at about that myself. No, I actually just bought a bunch of stuff, so I probably would have been over $1 billion by now. But I bought a bunch of stuff because I'm lazy.
I know how you feel.
And yeah, I don't mind it though.
All right, Spice. I'm going back to get some corpses for my distills. I will see you in the deep desert.
Enjoy yourself, hon. I'll see you around.
I enjoyed the conversation. I will see you in the deep desert.
Most definitely. I'll see you.
Fly safe. Well, that was that. Back to business. It's interesting that a lot of players who are like day one players and still playing understand the core problem with the game, and they still stuck with the game. The good thing is that most of the players who did harm with cheating, duplication, and other stuff are gone. And I hope Funcom, don't let them back again. Or like start an unbanning wave. I don't think game can survive that. I know. I understand that, Hagar. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I mean when I say they broke the market. I sell something for example, a grade 5 weapon, which is hard to find, for like 33 million Solaris. Decent price. And someone with a ton of money, buys my 33 million and posts it as, I don't know, 140 million. That is how they break the market. So actual normal players who don't have that much money can't get them. The crazy part is those players don't get bored of doing that. I mean, if I was doing something like that, I eventually would get bored. How much I'm gonna repeat the same pattern of literally gaining numbers on the screen. But I'm a little bit torn about this no crossplay enabled. I think Funcom is trying to isolate the console players from the PC players, which is a smart idea. But to have it completely disabled, I don't know. I would have had that option there. For example, let the console players play for 6 months and then, or even have it as an option. If someone wants to have crossplay, let them have it. And if someone doesn't want to, well, you know, they can turn it off. Most games have that optional crossplay. You can enable or disable it, like Arc Raiders, and that game is pretty successful. No, what Funcom is thinking. I'm sure they felt the sting of losing 200,000 players already. I also need to design a new deep desert base.
Sector weather alert.
Oh,
A large
no.
sandstorm is approaching.
Can do it in 1 minute.
On your knees! You know, when in Rome. You're almost
Sector
there.
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
September. Almost 50 days to go. So we will see. It's a smart idea that they are putting the game for console players on a Game Pass. A lot of people who are console players already have a Game Pass, so they're gonna get the game for free. The base game, I believe, not the expansions or DLCs or additional items. So everybody gets to play for free. That's smart. How many mnemonic recollections do we have now? 15. Oh my god, it's gonna be 20. Damn. This thing catches up with you. We can unlock the... We can unlock the... Thistle rat. We can unlock... the next recycling jackpot, I think. And also the next recycling yield. This is gonna bring our recycling yield to... Where is it? Recycling is in 66%. That's good. If we have all of them, 40... There is one more, I think. 40... There's another 66, 99%, 99%. If you get the 99%, which is level 80, you get a lot of materials from recycling. Like, you can recycle these microfiber plasteel thingies and get a ton of fiber from them. I would be very happy if I was like at least max level crafting, and then I could focus on exploration and melee combat. Exploration is very important because it gives you inventory slots and inventory weight capacity, and I am a mover. I move a lot of items around. That would be a great help for me. Not to mention the vehicle heat reduction, heat dissipation, sorry. Heat dissipation rate, slots, recovery, that's useless, sandstorm damage. Scanning range would be helpful to get a lot of items from the buried caches. They have put the buried caches to something else, I believe. Jackpot yield. Have they? Or is it in the exploration too? Survey time. Increased amount of loot gained from the crash ships. Yeah, this one. It's in the what's it called? What is this icon under it? Ah, these are weird icons. You can get a lot of end-game components from buried caches now. And the increased rate, which is... It's not listed. Inventory, scanning, survey time, boost. They have not listed that. Grant the chance for increased amount of resources in loot containers. That is for getting a lot of slags. I don't know, does these helmets do anything or just a cosmetic? If it's just cosmetic, why put them on the list? What happened to the store? If we get a Landsrat decree of 25% reduction, I might be able to craft a ton of spice infused fuel cells. I can craft a ton of plastinium before the end of the week, but I have a water problem even though I have 27.
Eyes on hostile. I require backup.
27 large wind traps, and I still do not generate enough water. Backpack full? Oh, I didn't deposit them. And I didn't remove the freaking batteries. And the game is really smooth. No lags. Ping time is crazy steady. When it hits 180, things get rubber bandy. They respawn fast. Ouch.
Don't get found.
Are you kidding me? I hate their special ability. It's inescapable. Since they spawn fast, I might need to alternate my route. if we get the corpses from here and then go to the top, we might be able to increase our... But the problem is we don't have room, even if we manage to do that. They have reduced the amount of water you can gather from dew harvesting. Oops. Yeah, I really think by the time we make our circle, we are gonna run out of inventory. These guys might respawn by now. They... No. Okay. What was the problem, Hagar? You couldn't play, log in? What happened? I don't think that was your game's problem. Everybody's reporting that crazy lags happening. I thought it's just me, but apparently a lot of people are affected by that. Yes. It should. Yeah. I think... I think the problem was the game not dumping the cache shaders, and over time that got bloated to the point that you actually experience crazy lags. Hey, where did that bag go? Yes. from what I found out about that specific problem, the game has a caching problem, and it overloads the VRAM of your GPU, and it forgets to dump it. That is why I'm using Reshade. This is not just for visuals, you know. I use this, you see this, I refresh it. This refresh forces the game engine to dump the cache shaders. Sometimes you can experience that I'm losing frame rate. It goes from 40, 30 to 5. That is because my VRAM has been saturated. And by doing this, shader refresh, this is the shader refresh. I'm forcing game engine to dump the cache from the VRAM. Because when the VRAM gets saturated by these cached shaders, the engine starts write the cache in your SSD, the slow hard drive or SSD, which is like 1,000,000 times slower than your VRAM. And that is a problem that has been going on for a while now. That doesn't necessarily mean you had the same problem, but I'm just saying that is something new that many are experiencing, including me. I am very low on carbide and diamondine. If I ever want to craft a new ornithopter, I'm gonna be in trouble. Well, not necessarily, because this game, unlike many other games, for example, Star Citizen, has a dedicated cache folder, which you can delete manually. But Dune uses NVIDIA to, save the shaders, the cache. So if you want to clean the shaders, you have to clean it through a very complicated process, which you have to go and find it inside the NVIDIA's folder on the system subroot. Crazy difficult and annoying. But reinstall might have helped your files to get a new pipeline to the GPU. Might be temporary, but as long as it stays stable until an update is released for that, you should have no problem. Why am I not locked in? God damn it. There was a chest there, right? Yeah, I missed it. Diamond. I used to go deep into that area, but you can't go in there without your buggy anymore. They made it impossible.
People, my sisters, my brothers. Long has the sun of Arrakis blazed across the desert sands. Long has it burned upon the minds of all that labor.
As long as it's SSD, it should be fine.
Long have the winds of the Coriolis swept across the mountains and valleys. So too have they swept through uncounted backups.
Yeah, who you are. I am collecting these bodies with brutal efficiency. There are less people than there should be here. Weird. I should have filled it by now. I still have 10 slots. Oh, 2 more here. 3 more here. Oops. Where am I? Okay. Should be full. Storage full. Yep, just as I thought. A full loop and a full loot. A full boot. A full loop, a full boot. Alright, I am storing corpses here. Hey, did I? No. I miss my sword. I get a replica or the other one, the branding sword, which does the fire damage. That would make me happy. That's the problem. You can't get the grade 5, like for example branding sword, without going through like somewhere between level 20 and level 40 of the testing station, which drops it. And solo running them is impossible. Unless you really want to try hard them, and I don't really want to put myself through that much pain. I mean, I was doing the PvP testing stations before, and that already was a massive grind. An annoying one at that. This is like the next level, and if I really want to push that hard, I will borderline consider myself a masochist, which I'm not. But the problem is, even teaming up makes it even harder. I don't know. My best bet is melee exoskeleton. Dum dum. Sorry. How do you escape that? Where's your friend? I heard two voices. There you are. What the hell is going on here? They weren't here before. Can't even repair them. Space is decaying, right? Well, we connected again, thank God. Are they from the outpost? There is an outpost you can get a buggy from. I wonder if it is that. But they weren't here yesterday. Yeah, I will die. I wish the chest would respawn just as fast. That would help me to get a decent amount of diamond and carbides.
One whose command of power is infinite, whose might is countless, but yet bears within the core of our hearts. Yes, Shai Hulud is at the center and power. Shai Hulud holds our feet above the sand and guides each step we take. Safeguarding our future. So too does Shai Hulud remind us of the genesis of all things, the origin without beginning, and admonishes us against our forgetting. But we do not forget,
What does it even mean, origin without beginning?
for that is what Shai Hulud demands.
Origin is the very definition of beginning.
Steadfast, that we endure
Definition.
on ever changes in our remembering. In direction,
the enemy.
judgment, resolution, in movement, in excellence, in authority, absolute. We must, Karet, shoulder this burden and win the rewards of the faithful. We carry the words, and we triumph over our adversaries. But not all Fremen have kept their bond. No, not all have been constant in their devotion. No, our so-called brethren of the desert are Fremen in name only. Fremen is a name that unites people. It is a name that sets them apart. A name that now listens to the call. A name that rivals the truth. No. Except in the rise of contempt of those who have closed their eyes and lost their way. We are the Masquerades! Now, my sisters, my brothers, my warriors, know that Shai Hulud is the life of Arrakis, and the Masquerades are the rock that sustains. Sanctify your hearts, my people, and forever live in Shai Hulud.
Went on to grunt. Anyone else? No one at the entrance. I wish I knew what the trigger is for those people at the entrance. are you alone? Where are your friends?
Let's go. Grenade.
Cool. Huh. No matter how many I do, where they are, I always come with full storage. The loop actually works. This loop I do starts from here. Fills the container and 2 more for the inventory. It's a very tidy loop I've figured out. It always gives the exact amount. Why can't I select the source? Damn. Eight seconds. Where did I put my storage? It's inside. Storm is not coming here, is it? Take them upstairs. See, my VRAM is loaded now. Frame drop. Now I'm forcing the shader. Dumped it. I don't know why this keeps taking out the tool every time I enter and exit an inventory. Interesting. Darn it. Looks good. I need a new repair torch. Repair torch downstairs. Okay, we have everything we need. Very interesting design, but it's not fully symmetric. Nice effort though. Let's bank these. And I think we will have no water problem until the Coriolis storm hits us. It would be really great if we could go back to the Water Shipper's Mansion. This place has a ton of dew flowers, so we can like fill as much as we need. Holy shit.
Welcome. Would you like...
I like to store all of these. Oh no. I don't have any room. Why not? I haven't stored as much as I wanted to. Darn it. Oh, nice. You already sold some. Good. Give it to me, baby. Expired. 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 Do we have anything interesting to sell?
Welcome. Would you like to deposit...
You can sell these two. They are not my type of suspensors. I found one Elohim class suspensor. Mostly level 2, level 4, Forge level 5. Two.
Welcome. Would you like to
We have 3 item deposits. I will take that to the deep desert, damn it. Nothing. Well, we will use them to manually fill them, I guess. I was not expecting to fill my bank so fast.
the knob, the knot, the not so much, nutcracker, spice head, wee master. Then there's Dune walker, the cuckoo, cardboard, Mr. Pudding, oh oink oink, the judge, the taxman, and the thief of Caladan, cave dweller, oh smelly, chubby, then tin house, Arn the raider, and the sausage. And those are just the ones fit for civilized ears, mind you.
Yeah, those are some fantastic names. Well, this has been a fascinating and informative look into the unique culture the Dune men have created here. Thank you, Darius, for sharing these stories and giving us an inside look at life on the Sand Titan.
Anytime. And remember, if you're ever out here, Corbin, you're part of the family too. I mean it. Call me.
We'll be back next week to share a day in the life of another exemplary brother of the Spice Miners Guild. For now, this is Corbin Dane for Dune Sea Dispatches, signing off.
I don't know, I feel like that moon is going to this location. It's gonna be east. And I believe when they are at that location, something is gonna happen. The big moon at the bottom, the small on top of it, because that's the logo of the game. 2 moons, the big one on the bottom, the small one on the top.
The Combined Hornet Communinet Theatre presents an Arakeen Playhouse production of 5 Days at Carthage. Brought to you by the generous patronage of the Padishah Emperor and the tireless support of the Spice Miners Fellowship and Deletia Committee. And now, it's time to dim the lights and return with us to those fateful days before catastrophe came calling. It's part 2 of 5 Days at Carthage.
The Imperial Scenarist Guild has been provided unfettered access to the sealed records and testimonies of those who survived the Carthage incident. The following dramatization represents the official truth, as judged and signed by the Imperial Chamber Court and Audit Council.
So let us journey then to the burning sands of Arrakis, a desert planet in a far-flung corner of the known universe. The year is 10-1-94, and the war of assassins between House Atreides and their ancient enemy House Harkonnen is well underway. We join our story in the bleak hills of the Simpo Uplands, a barren and windswept place, devoid of any life. Devoid, but for the crew of smugglers carefully negotiating the rad-blasted hellscape.
The locals say these hills are haunted.
What locals? There are no locals. Not anymore.
That half-blind fortune teller in Arson said these hills were wild with evil spirits.
She called them Jinn.
The bigger question is, how the hell a half-blind fortune teller in Arson knew to talk about these hills at all? Did we not agree to keep quiet about coming here? Simple was a restricted sector. Sardaukar kill on sight if they find you.
I didn't say we were coming. I asked if it was haunted. Chingo and Max were saying it was, and I don't want any part of any ghosts or jinns or whatever.
So, what'd your half-blind fortune teller say?
He told us an old grabbing tale about the jinn. Angry spirits, born when someone dies suddenly and violently, without knowing the how or why of it. Sorry, Stisk. Well said you had people in Simpo.
Contact. Get ready.
Around the next bend on my mark. Go!
Hold up! Hold up!
What? What is it?
I didn't know what it was, but I got some on my boots.
I got it in my mouth.
Looks like it could have been a kit fox. There's a bit of tail.
Boss, if anyone else is in this sector, that was very loud.
What are we doing here anyway? I'm told this is a restricted sector. The Sardaukar kill on sight.
This one's got a sense of humor. Let's kill her.
Ha! You can try.
Time to move.
We're here for an old family heirloom. A necklace I left in the care of my sister.
Didn't mark you as the sentimental type.
Sentimental got nothing to do with it. What's mine is mine. As long as my toad of a mother didn't find it and trade it for a pinch of spice.
What makes you think it isn't a harder pile of scrap with the rest of the place?
Maybe it is. That's what we're here to find out.
What is this stuff?
Regular old sand. Heated to 5,500 degrees.
Who did this?
Surprised you don't know. Your Honorable Duke was in the thick of it.
It was before she arrived on Arrakis, and not a story either side wishes to tell.
What story, Val?
Simpo was a Harkonnen village, even after Shaddam took Arrakis from us.
He means the village elders were bought and paid for.
Anyway, it seems the town water system had a crack in it, or a deficiency of some kind. But no matter how many times the village petitioned us for help, they were met with typical Harkonnen indifference. Granted, we had a war of assassins to wage, and there were other priorities. But that didn't sit so well with the younger folk in the town.
Seems that dying of thirst makes you cranky. Go figure.
So let me guess. They went behind your backs to the Atreides.
Yeah, you got a smart one here, Val. Don't screw it up.
Of course. That clever bastard Tufir Hawat immediately saw both the strategic and propagandic value in turning a Harkonnen stronghold. Duke Leto tasked his best men with the job.
You know, I don't think propagandic is a word, you big ox.
What did the Harks do?
Harkonnen loyalists within the town began a campaign of sabotage to discredit the Atreides and undermine the Sister Project.
Typical Harkonnen treachery.
A superficial investigation uncovered the treachery, but the Atreides engineers couldn't prove their innocence and were ultimately arrested.
I'm sure that didn't sit well with the Duke.
The Atreides acted quickly and decisively, deploying a full garrison to free their engineers and install the younger upstart villagers as the new town leadership.
I'm sure that fat slig of a Baron loved to hear that.
He did not. But he was spread too thin to do much about it. Even when the new town leadership formalized their fealty to House Atreides.
Good for them. Sorry, Val, but your old crew were a band of snakes.
You must never be sorry for observing the truth. But at the same time, snakes are at their most dangerous when cornered.
What happened?
The Baron grew tired of losing ground to the Atreides, and dispatched the biggest snake of all to fix his nephew's problems.
Peter DeVries, the Lord High Snake himself.
Upon returning to Arrakis, Peter DeVries' first order of business was to organize the destruction of Simpo, as a warning and message to those who contemplated disloyalty. A massive host of Harkonnen house troops arrived in the dead of night to encompass the town. Outnumbered and surrounded, it was all the Atreides could do to fall back and await reinforcements.
The Harkonnen went on to execute all 27 of the young villagers who collaborated with the Atreides. My sister Sigrid among them.
I did not know that.
Of course you didn't, kid, but I don't hold that against you. I hold it against every other living and breathing Harkonnen and anyone who serves them.
That still doesn't explain the melted sand.
When the sun rose the next morning, the Atreides emerged from their bunker to find the Harkonnens were gone. Their relief was short-lived, though, when fire began to rain from the sky.
The Baron kept a stockpile of ancient siege artillery from the old Empire.
And did this?
The Atreides force and most of the town were incinerated in their beds. Just in time for a massive Coriolis storm to come along and Blow away anything left behind.
Sorry to interrupt your Greek tragedy, but I think we're being followed.
We are. For the last 2 clicks or so. Keep going, we're almost there.
Almost where?
The rubble pile that used to be my home. This way. Here it is. Not much to look at topside.
Topside?
Cover me.
A trapdoor.
Guess I was born a smuggler. Pull it shut behind you.
Damn. It's all scorched and melted.
Yeah, I was worried about that. The heat from the bombardment must have cooked this place like an oven.
So we came all this way for nothing?
Not for nothing. We're in business.
Huh. What kind of necklace is that?
Shit. Hope we have more time.
What's the plan here, boss?
Same as always. Kill them before they kill us.
What's waiting for us up there, Stisk?
Probably half the scavs in the Haga Basin.
Oof, that's a lot of scabbies.
How are we on ammo? We don't have far to go.
We don't?
Trust me, we'll be back in Carthage before sundown. First round's on me. On 3, you're gonna put a full burst through the hatch.
And then?
We run like hell.
That's not a plan.
3, 2, shoot! Go, go, go!
Multiple contacts! All around us!
Weapons hot! With me!
Reloading!
Reloading!
Head for that ruined house!
By the way, boss, Carthage's been dry for months. Beast Rabban has ordered a total prohibition on alcohol.
I know! He's a real bastard!
Then what are we drinking when we get there?
Oh, ye of little faith! On 3, we grenade and move! 3, 2, grenades out! Yeah! Almost there!
Where?
Box Canyon! Just down this grade!
A box canyon? That doesn't sound good.
Go, go, go! Keep going! All the way to the back!
The end of what? The dead end?
Here!
Where? Oh, shit. The canyon wall is fading. It's
a Solito hologram.
That's a big door.
Locked.
Lucky we have the key.
Haha. Your sentimental family heirloom.
It is now. Inside, quick!
Closing doors! What now? There's got to be hundreds of them out there.
Trying to get in here.
We ride home in style. Val, get the lights.
Nice. It's a Mark IV medium CHOAM gunship.
Can you fly it?
Does a worm shit in the sand?
Mount up.
You know this is overkill for a bunch of scavs.
The gunship isn't for the scavs. Check the hold.
Shy Halud. That's a lot of booze.
Stisk, you crafty devil!
Told you, Val. First round's on me.
Buckle in. Next stop, Carthage.
What is that? Feels like a warm, weird texture.
This is Dune man Keith Solari, reminding you to ground yourself and your equipment when a sandstorm is reported. I
first and second warnings until static electricity shorted out our transmitter. As a result, we missed the warning, and unless the storm was bedding down on our position. Aye. Many widows were made that day. Be profitable. Be safe.
If I get the combat to level 48, it's gonna give me 4 more skill points. I might be able to unlock spice power. So it's I7.
Secrets and lies run deep in the crew of a legendary spice harvester. It seems there is more to fear on the dunes than monstrous worms and deadly storms. Sometimes, death comes in the guise of those you trust the most. Join us on our continued search for the truth behind the disappearance of Chief Jarek Thorne. It's Death on the Titan, Episode 2, Web of Fear.
Crew Chief Jarek Thorne died under questionable circumstances following a heated argument with deckhand Rico Marr. And while searching Rico's locker, Captain Noah discovered a coded message from Atreides' intelligence addressed to the dead crew chief. I started the day by reviewing the recording of Captain Noah's initial interrogation of Rico Marr.
Rico, now why don't you come clean? We found the Mimic film in your locker. How did it get there? Look, you can tell me. Or you can wait until whatever hatchet man the Spice Miners Guild is sending. You know what his job is gonna be. Solve Chief Thorne's murder. No, you idiot. Chief Thorne's death is the least of it. The man the guild sends is here to get the spice flowing again. And that won't happen until the crew settles. It won't? No, unfortunately for you. Chief Thorne was well liked. The crew's out for blood. I suppose the easiest thing for me to do would be to hand you over. Let the crew tear you apart. Throw the pieces overboard.
I don't know anything about any mimic film or anything like that. Someone must have planted it.
I need more from you, Rico. How did you know about the message, and who ordered you to steal it?
No. Why would I risk everything for some stupid message? Yes, Thorne and I fought. But doesn't mean I killed him.
Rico was adamant that he spent the night of Thorne's murder alone, in his bunk. That is, until a witness came forward saying otherwise.
Sorry, Captain, I did remember him first, but I did see Rico that night.
You saw him? Where?
Slipping into the sugar wire.
Okay, I was there. I saw the message come in and I took it. But I didn't kill Thorne.
It was at this point I arrived on the Titan and witnessed the following.
Why did you take the message?
I thought it might give me some dirt on Thorne. Something I could use against him. He was threatening to ruin my life.
Give me your hand, Rico.
Sir?
Your hand, son. Place it flat on the table.
Like this.
Ah! That knife is clear through your hand. And if you ever want to have relations with it again, it's time to start talking. Or I could just twist.
No further application of pressure was necessary, as Rico
Not a single crash ship.
Tessa put me onto it. It was her all along. She knew Thorne was getting those messages. She wanted to expose him, get him kicked out. It was all her idea.
Tessa Lim, the engineer.
My investigation into Tessa Lim took me to the operator of the sugar wire shack during Thorne's rotation.
Conflict? You could say there was conflict between Thorne and Tessa. They couldn't decide if they hated each other or had some secret, twisted thing going on when no one was looking. Guess hate won out in the end.
What was the source of conflict between Thorne and Tessa?
Everything. The resource allocation to safety protocols. She was never happy with a single decision he made.
What about the encrypted messages?
Thorne received a few of them over the past months. I never decoded them. Thorne handled it himself.
One by one, the pieces began to fall into place. Engineer Tessa Lim had a combative relationship with her crew chief and wanted him out of the way. But I knew there had to be more to it. And to discover what that was, I would have to go to the source. Thank you for cooperating, Tessa.
Oh, what choice do I have?
None. Tell me about Thorne.
Thorne was a special kind of incompetent. The dangerous kind. In spite of what you think, it wasn't personal. His bad decisions put our lives at risk.
He was well regarded by the crew.
Big whoop. So he was popular. Doesn't mean he was good at his job.
How does Rico fit into it?
I never told Rico to steal anything. But I knew Thorne was receiving those messages on the down low. And when Rico came back with his face busted in, maybe I put the idea in his head.
To steal the message?
Yeah, but if anyone needs to be investigated here, it's Lena Orlov. Hart and Thorne had something going on.
Interesting. I've heard from others that you and Thorne had something going on.
Don't make me throw up. Jarek Thorne makes the Harkonnen look attractive by comparison.
Tell me about Orlov.
Start with, Rico sleeps in a bunk. Thorne has a cabin with a door.
So,
unless Orlov can see through wood, how could she know that Rico was in Thorne's quarters that night? She must have been there, right? Inside Thorne's cabin. How else could she have such intimate knowledge of his thoughts and plans?
The accusations were flying fast and loose, and tensions were running high. As I wrapped up the interview with Tessa,
Bless the maker and its water. Now to see where it's gonna be. The pop. I swear it's gonna be F5 again. Or F1. Doesn't look like F9.
Of the Imperium. Oh, you two are gross.
What? You're gross.
Dove.
What? Have you seen her bedroom? Or, and I dare you, have you smelled it?
Speaking of which, where's your mother? Hey! Get out of my rabbit, you overgrown rotten sucker!
Mum, what are you doing?
I'm teaching this thing some manners.
Mum, it's a sandworm, not a stray bat.
Oh, that one had spunk. I like it. Why do we have to live with the worms? I can take anything, Arrakis, but enough with the worms already.
Look, you heard what the science man said about our grabbing, yeah? To the worms, we're like a highway through the rock. But he also said they come through so fast, they don't even notice us.
We should charge them a toll. 5 Solari per trip.
Then we could finally get a new ground guard. Hey?
And I wouldn't have to run so fast between rock islands. Speaking of which, it's off to the trade post. So big news from Guild Authority. They're sending a new security inspector to check on Depot 12.
Oh, another one? Well, didn't we have a security inspection last month?
We did, but that one needed some time off after his visit.
Time off? Must be nice.
I'm not sure how nice it is. The Guild medicant gave him 3 weeks in a tranquility pod.
Tranquility pod? Isn't that where they put the crazies?
Sounds perfect for you two.
Well, couldn't be worse than visiting your sister at Winsay.
Anyhow, this new inspector is supposed to be a real hard nose. Name's Inspector Rix. Ooh, I knew a Rix once. He had a big one.
What? That's disgusting, Mum.
That's a medium one.
Oh, you know what I mean, right?
Yes, Mother, we all know.
It rhymes with Rix.
We get it, Mum!
Face it, Dove. Depot 12 isn't exactly known for having the tightest security system.
Now, don't talk about old Gus that way.
Who's old Gus?
He's, our security system. And he is just fine as long as he, doesn't drink hot Coulon milk.
What happens when he drinks hot Coulon milk?
Same thing that happens to anyone who drinks hot Coulon milk.
He locks himself in the toilet for 30 minutes?
No, he falls asleep, of course.
That's much better. Depot 12 has
Sector
3
weather
sensors
alert.
in the lab.
Alarm